Hey guys, it's Danny here. Welcome to another video. I know it's been a while since my last video, 2024, but I've been busy. Being a part-time vlogger isn't easy. You gotta find time between your regular routines, especially this thing called life that you gotta deal with day in and day out. Paying bills, family, responsibilities, all that stuff, but it does make it really tough to squeeze in some time to do some car reviews. But that aside, I am here today with a car review. Now recently, a friend of mine who has a daughter that's going to be going to college, driving to college, commuting wise that is, and he gave me a project. He said, Danny, this is your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to find me a luxury crossover SUV for under $10,000 and around 100,000 miles or less. That is your mission, should you choose to accept it. And it has to be very, very reliable. And I looked at him, I said, you know what? That can be done. Let me see what I got. Let me see what I can do for you. And this is what I came up with. As you can see, it's nicely covered here, so you don't know what it is. Time for the reveal. Drum roll, please. Acura RDX crossover SUV, and this one has a technology package, which is even a little better. Check it out. Per the parameters I was given, this is a 2013 model, which fits within the age range of the vehicle that he wanted. It has 110,000 miles on the clock, so roughly a little bit over 100,000 miles. And the key, the kicker, the most pressing amount that he wanted to spend on this car, under 10,000. Got this baby, 9,500, private party. It took some searching on Auto Trader, Craigslist, Cars.com, what have you, but I found this for 9,500 private party, and I'll tell you all the great details about it, and I'll tell you some of what the owners have said about it, which is great, because if you buy from private party, you actually get a chance to talk to the owner himself, and this is a one owner car, which would make it spectacular. All right guys, so I am filming solo today, so just me and you right now. So I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to show you some of the highlights of this car. So let's do that right now. Let me turn the POV around here. All right, now you see what I see. All right, this 2013 RDX. Let's kind of zoom back. Look at the silhouette on this car. It's very timeless. It's a 2013, which is about, let's see, 25 minus 13, we're looking at about 13 years old, but you really can't tell. I mean, if you look at that front fascia, granted, the newer Acuras has the big logo here that they really try to embellish the Acura logo, but between you and me, I really don't like that. I really like the more subtle, medium-sized A that's on the grille here. Of course, you got HID halogen headlights there. You got fog lights. I love any car with fog lights. Sometimes you see a car and it's got the cutouts with the fog lights, but no fog lights. That looks kind of tacky. Generally means you got the bottom of the barrel version of that car. So anytime you get a car with fog lights where they belong, very good thing. So again, the silhouette's very nice. Look at the front end, very sporty. You got your faux front grille there, side preview, look at that. Now personally, I like this shape a little bit better than the current model of the RDX, which is more, I don't know, more egg-like, which doesn't really appeal to me as much as this version, which is more sleeker, more aerodynamic. And personally, I just think a little bit better. Wheels wise, we have 18-inch rims. These are wrapped in 265, 60, 18. So very sporty wheels that you get on this Acura. Again, a walk around. Let's zoom through the back here. Again, the silhouette of the car, quite attractive. So you got your shark fin antenna up there, which is good for XM radio. Oh, people that don't know, FYI, anytime you see a shark fin antenna versus a regular cylinder type antenna, stick type antenna, that's for XM stereo. So generally the newer cars does come with XM stereo, so always wonder, hey, what does some cars have a regular antenna and some have shark? Well, there you go. The more you know. Anyway, back to the rear end of this Acura. As you can see, very aerodynamic and rounded. I really do like this end here. Look at that. It's got chrome features that highlight the rear hatch here, the bottom of the car. The exhaust actually points down, so for this generation they didn't make a big deal about having the exhaust show through. So the next iteration, I think they do have more prominent tips, but this one is more subtle, which is fine by me. So a look at the back end and the silhouette. Again, I think it's quite attractive for a 2013 model, and most importantly, under 10 grand. And let's take a look at the interior of this Acura. We have interior appointed in nice leather. This is actually really supple leather. Let me show you the seats here. Very supple leather tan coloration seats. Again, looks very very luxurious, very classy. You have your power seats, of course, dual power seats. The memory controllers here on the door. The dashboard, which is analog. I think this is definitely before the age of all the electronic digital screens, but you know, it looks really good. Give you a glance of the interior here. We'll get behind the wheel here in a minute and I'll show you the actual gauges and so forth, but just a quick glance of the interior. And it's actually quite roomy. You get a 6-foot guy in here, you'll have plenty of leg room, plenty of headspace, so it definitely would seat 5 quite comfortably. So that is interior. And get to the back here, it does have automatic trunk release. So let's hit the button here on our FOB. Oh, since we're here, we get a picture of the key fob. There you go. And the trunk, not super spacious, but it's enough for luggage to go on a short trip. The seats does fold down, which will give you additional space if you want to carry some lumber or so forth for your trips at Home Depot. And because this has a technology package, it does come with the spectacular ELS stereo system. I believe it's like 22 speakers, something like that I read. Don't quote me on that, but it does have the upgraded sound system that will really make this car thump. So there you go, that's the trunk. Get automatic close. And that's it, all right. And here is the look at the power plant that powers this Acura RDX. We have a 3.5 liter overhead can V6 engine. That's right, folks. This is the first iteration of the V6 after the previous generation, which had a turbo 4-cylinder engine. So those people that had the previous model traded in their 4-bangers for this voluptuous V6 engine, 3.5 liter Honda V6 engine. And as you know, this has been used by Honda for many, many years now. So you know this thing is reliable. So here's a look at the engine bay. Still looks pretty clean. On to the interior. So let me know your thoughts below. Please comment below on what you think. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I really hope you have already hit that subscribe button to help us grow the channel a little bit. And as always, if you know someone with a nice cool car, or you have a nice cool car that I can possibly snag away and take away for a couple of hours and do a review on, I would love that. Being a part-time car vlogger, it's really hard to get your hands on vehicles for review. Luckily, this is something that I had to buy for a friend of mine, but you know, otherwise I would have not that many cars to review. So if you have one, you know who you are. Please comment below, or better yet, send me an email on my information page in the top of the channel here. Send me an email and we'll get something going. So I would appreciate that very much. So thank you so much for watching again, and we'll see you on the next one. Hopefully not as long. Anyhow. Hey guys, this is actually a bonus frame. We're already done with the video, but I had this thing washed early this morning, and guess what has stained it already? Let me turn that around. Let me turn this camera around. Let you see what I'm talking about. It really bugs me, but check this out, guys. See that? That yellow speck right there? Yellow speck. Yellow speck. Yellow speck. Yellow speck. You know what that is? I'm sure a lot of you probably wondering what that is. I originally thought it was tree sap or bird dropping, but no. I did my research, guys. I Googled it up and researching everything. That is bee poop. How can there be so much bee poop that poops on my car every single day? Wash your car the next morning, bee poop. What's up with that? And you always hear, oh, we don't have enough bees. We don't have enough bees in the world. They're dying. Nope. Look at that. I got proof. There's more than enough bees in the world buzzing around and pooping on my car. So there, you eco-friendly warriors. There's more than enough bees to go around. The more you know. Oh, since I'm on the subject of rants, let me show you the tail lights. Well, see these tail lights on this Acura? How it's just kind of one piece, kind of flows into the body. Well, I don't know if you know the later generation models, the model after this, it comes with like a two-prong. The tail light goes like in the two-prong like this. You know, two-prong. That has got to be one of the ugliest designs ever on the tail light. The two-prong bicuspids. Here, I'm gonna put up a screenshot of the next generation's tail light. Look at that. What do you think of that? Looks like a broken bicuspid that they slapped on the rear end of the car. Who does that? Anyway, that's enough rant for now. See you on the next one.